career post. Today we will see about the GDS Conduct and Engagement Rules 2020 MCQs, and it is useful for IPO examination and PS Group B examination. Now let us see one by one the MCQs of GDS Conduct and Engagement Rules 2020. First question. When a GDS stays beyond 2 days emergency leave at a time, how the said leave period is regulated? A. Divisional head can grant maximum 5 days emergency leave at a time. The whole period shall be debited against his or paid leave accounted due. Another eligible leave can be combined after 2 days of emergency leave. None of the above are correct. Your time starts now. Please post your answer in the comment section. The answer is the whole period shall be debited against his or her paid leave accounted due. That means whenever a GDS uses 2 days beyond 2 days of emergency leave at a time, and the GDS can be granted emergency leave 2 days at a time only. Total emergency leaves are, how many emergency leaves they will be granted? 5 emergency leaves can be granted for GDS in total, but at a time only 2 can be granted. What is the question? If the GDS stays beyond those 2 days emergency leave granted at a time, how will the leave period regulated? The whole period will be debited as a paid leave. That means 3 days or 4 days if he avails, then at a time beyond 2 days it is not granted. So the entire period will be debited under paid leave. Next question. Who is the authority competent to grant maternity leave for all categories of GDS? Head of the circle, head of the region, divisional head concerned, subdivisional head concerned. Your time starts now. 5 seconds. Post your answer in the comment section. The answer is divisional head is the competent authority for grant of maternity leave. Next question. Which among the following is not correct with regard to emergency leave of GDS? Emergency leave cannot be carried forward or encashed or combined with paid leave. GDS will be paid TRCA as applicable during the period of emergency leave. Emergency leave will be granted to GDS to take care of any emergent or personal requirements. Half day can be granted to GDS. Time starts now. Which of the following is not correct with reference to emergency leave? Half day can be granted to GDS is wrong, because half day cannot be granted in a emergency leave for GDS. The remaining things are correct. It cannot be carried forward or encashed, and TRCA will be paid even in the leave, and emergency leave will be granted to GDS to take care of the emergent and personal requirements. Next question. Which among the following with regard to maternity leave of GDS are correct? Maternity leave may be combined with paid leave. Maternity leave shall not be debited against the paid leave account. Both A and B are correct. D, none of the above are correct. Your time starts now. 5 seconds. Maternity leave of GDS. The answer is both A and B are correct. That means it can be combined with paid leave and it shall not be debited against a paid leave. It will be maintained separately. Which among the following statements are correct with regard to the emergency leave of GDS? Sunday postal holiday can be prefixed or suffixed to emergency leave. Prior sanction of divisional head is in case of BPM, and subdivisional head in case of ABPM are required for availing emergency leave. Emergency leave will not be granted to GDS who are under put off duty. All the above are correct. Your time starts now. Post your answer in the comment section. The answer is all the above are correct. Okay. Next question. A female Gramin Dak Sevak with less than 2 surviving children may be granted maternity leave by an authority competent to grant leave for a period of maximum period of 90 days, 100 days, 120 days, 180 days. Your time starts now. Maternity leave. What is the maximum period? Post your answer in the comment section. The answer is 180 days. Next question. What is the maximum number of days that can be granted to Gramin Dak Sevaks as emergency leave in a calendar year? 2 days, 5 days, 10 days, 20 days. Your time starts now. Emergency leave is also granted in addition to the paid leave, and the answer is 5 days. 5 days is in addition to the paid leave. Okay. Separately. Okay. Next question. Which among the following statements with reference to termination of engagement of GDS as contained in Rule 8 of GDS Conduct and Engagement Rules 2020 are correct? If you have not seen the emergency leave video, just watch it. It's only for a few minutes. That will give you a clear idea of rules of emergency leave. Which among the following statements with the termination as contained in the rules are correct? The period of such a notice shall be 1 month. GDS shall not be eligible for GDS gratuity and severance amount, etc. If the termination is forthwith, the TRCA plus DA equivalent to 1 month shall be paid. All of the above are correct. Your time starts now. Termination of engagement of GDS. The answer is all of the above. That means GDS is not eligible for a GDS gratuity or a severance amount in case the GDS has been terminated from engagement. A termination of engagement can be made and Gramin Dak Sevak, who has not already rendered more than 3 years continuous engagement from date of his engagement, shall be liable to be terminated at any time by a notice in writing given either by the Sevak to the engagement or the engaging authority to the engaging authority on behalf of the government by general or special order to the Sevak. So, generally, all of these 1 month's notice should be given, and if termination is forthwith, that 1 month amount should be paid to the GDS. So, all of these are correct. Next question. Maternity leave for female GDS is contained in which rule of GDS Conduct and Engagement Rules 2020? Rule 7A, 8, 7B, Rule 11. Your time starts now. 5 seconds. The answer is 7B. A female GDS with less than 2 surviving children may be granted maternity leave by an authority competent to grant leave for a period of 180 days from the date of its commencement as per instructions issued by the department from time to time. So, this is provided for in the Rule 7B. Next question. Which rule of GDS Conduct Engagement Rules 2020 provides for emergency leave for GDS? A. Rule 6, Rule 7, Rule 7A, Rule 8A. Your time starts now. The answer is Rule 7A. The GDS shall be granted for emergency leave for a period of 5 days in a calendar year or as may be prescribed by the government from time to time. This is provided in the Rule 7A. Next question. Penalties in respect of GDS is mentioned in which rule of GDS Conduct Engagement Rules 2020? Rule 3, 9, 10, 11. Your time starts now. The answer is Rule 9. Under Rule 9, there are 2 types of penalties. One is major penalty. It will be having how many penalties? 5 penalties. And major penalties, you will be having 4 penalties. Okay. Next question. Emergency leave granted at a time to the GDS shall not be more than how many days? 5 days, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day. Your time starts now. The answer is 2 days at a time. Total is 5 days, but 2 days at a time. It should not exceed 2 days at a time. Next question. The engagement of Sevak who has not already rendered more than how many years continuous engagement from the date of his or engagement shall be liable to be terminated at any time by a notice in writing? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Your time starts now. Termination with a notice. Okay. The answer is 3 years. So, termination of engagement can be made after if the engagement of GDS Sevak who has not already rendered more than 3 years continuous engagement can be terminated. Next question. As per which rule the GDS will not engage in any activity without any outside agency which should be detrimental to the business or interest of the post or IPPB? As per Rule 28, 29A of GDS Conduct Rules, as per 20 of CCS Conduct Rules 1964, as per Rule 29 of GDS Conduct and Engagement Rules 2020, as per Rule 139 of Postal Manual Volume 5. Your time starts now. As per which rules, GDS will not engage in any activity without outside agency, with any outside agency? The answer is Rule 29A. Rule 29A of GDS Conduct and Engagement Rules. In that 29A, what it will be told? The GDS will not engage in any activity without any outside agency which would be detrimental to the business or interest of the post office or IPPB. Next question. Powers of the President under Rule 20 of GDS Conduct Engagement Rules 2020 shall be exercised by whom? Minister of Communications, Union Public Service Commission, Plenary Board comprising of Member P and Member O, Director General Posts. Your time starts now. The powers of President under Rule 20 GDS Conduct Rules shall be exercised by whom? Under Rule 20, the President is empowered with the review of the penalty given, and this is the Plenary Board comprising of Member P and Member O will do it on behalf of President. The President may at any time either on his own motion or otherwise review an order passed under these rules when any new material or evidence which could not be produced or was not available at the time of passing the order under review and which has the effect of changing the nature of the case has come or has been brought to the notice. In such a case, it can be done, and it should be petition should be preferred within 2 years, subject to condition that the reviewing petition is based on new evidence which was not available previously and has affected to changing of the nature of the case. Next question. Criticism of government policy or action should not be made by the government by the GDS as per which rule of GDS Conduct Engagement Rules 2020? Rule 24, 9, 12, 22. Your time starts now. The answer is, please post your answer in the comment section. The answer is Rule 24. In that rule, what it says? No Sevak in any radio broadcast or in any document published in his or her own name, anonymously or pseudonymously or in the name of any other person in any communication to the press or in the public utterance make any statement of fact of opinion which has effect of adverse criticism of the current or recent policy or action of the central government or state government, and which is also capable of embracing the relations between central and state governments, or which is capable of embracing the relations between central government and the government of any foreign state. So, provided nothing in this rule shall apply to any statement made or views expressed by a Sevak in the official capacity or in the due performance of duty assigned to him. Okay. This is provided for under the Rule 24, criticism of government. A GDS has attempted to bring political influence upon the divisional head to transfer him to his native place. Which rule of GDS Conduct and Engagement Rules 2020 did he violate? A. Rule 24, Rule 9, Rule 29, Rule 29A. Your time starts now. Which rule did he violate? The answer is Rule 29. According to this rule, canvassing of a non-official or outside influence is not correct, and no Sevak shall bring or attempt to bring any political or outside influence to bear upon any superior authority to further his interests in respect of matters pertaining to his or engagement under the government. Next question. A GDS has engaged himself in procuring or promoting LIC business. Which rule of GDS Conduct Engagement Rules 2020 did he violate? Rule 21A, Rule 21B, Rule 29, Rule 29A. Your time starts now. The answer is Rule 29A. Under Rule 29A, the GDS will not engage in any activity with any outside agency which would be detrimental to the business or interest of the post office or IPPB. So here the post office means we have PLI and RPLI. It is also an insurance business. So LIC is also insurance business that will be a detrimental to the RPLI and PLI. So it is against the rule, and it comes under Rule 29A. Rule 21B of GDS Conduct Engagement Rules 2020 discuss about promptness and courtesy, strikes, taking part in politics and elections, prohibition of sexual harassment of working women. Your time starts now. 21B. The answer is prohibition of sexual harassment of working women is made in this rule. Next question. As per Rule 21 of GDS Conduct Engagement Rules, every Sevak shall at all times A. Maintain absolute integrity, maintain devotion to duty, do nothing which is unbecoming of Sevak, all of the above. Your time starts now. 21 of GDS Conduct and Engagement. The answer is all of the above. These rules are very, very important. Whenever a charge sheet is framed against a GDS, one of these rules will be quoted in addition to the departmental rulings. So this is very important. Next. A review petition under Rule 20 of GDS Conduct Engagement Rules 2020 may be preferred within 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, no time limit. Your time starts now. Review petition under Rule 20, okay, that can be made to the review petition means it can be made to the president normally. The answer is 2 years. So the review petition may be preferred within 2 years subject to the condition that the review petition is based on the new evidence which was not available previously and has the effect of changing the nature of the case. In such a case, review petition can be made against the penalty imposed on the GDS. Next question. Under Rule 10D of GDS Conduct Engagement Rules 2020, there would obviously be no need for an inquiry where major penalty is to be imposed by engaging authority when charge is accepted by GDS unconditionally, charge is accepted by GDS conditionally, where GDS is absconding or evading to accept the memo of charges, all the above. Your time starts now. The answer is where the charge is accepted by GDS unconditionally. Next question. How many recognized minor or major penalties are there under GDS Conduct Engagement Rules 2020? A. 4 minor penalties and 4 major penalties. B. 4 minor penalties and 5 major penalties. C. 5 minor penalties and 4 major penalties. D. 5 minor penalties and 5 major penalties. Your time starts now. Please post your answer in the comment section. The answer is 5 minor penalties and 4 major penalties. So the 5 minor penalties, what are they? Censure and debarring of the GDS Sevak from appearing the recruitment examination for the post of MTS postman or mail guard, and for consideration for recruitment of PS and SES for a period of not exceeding 3 years. That is one rule. And debarring the Sevak from MTS senior by virtue of seniority come fitness, selection come seniority for a period not exceeding 3 years, and recovery of the TRCA for the pecuniary loss caused by the government servant, and withholding of increments in TRCA without cumulative effect not exceeding 3 years. These are the minor penalties. And major penalties is reduction to a lower stage in the TRCA less than 3 years, and compulsory discharge from engagement with monetary benefit of SDBS and GDS gratuity proportionate to the engagement. And the final penultimate one is the removal from engagement, and last one is dismissal from engagement. These are the 4 major penalties. Okay, 5 minor and 4 major. Next. The record of proceedings as specified under Rule 10C of GDS Conduct Engagement Rules 2020 shall not include a copy of intimation to the Sevak for the proposal to take action against him or her, a copy of statement of all allegations along with the list of evidence in support of thereof communicated to him or her, the records of enquiry proceedings along with the enquiry report of the engaging authority or enquiry officer, the findings in the preliminary inquiry conducted in the case. Your time starts now. Please post your answer in the comment section. Shall not include. Which of the records shall not include? The answer is the findings in the preliminary inquiry conducted in the case that need not be included in the record of proceedings specified under Rule 10C. Next question. Which among the following penalty imposed on GDS shall be a disqualification for future engagement? Compulsory discharge from engagement, removal from engagement, dismissal from engagement, none of these. Your time starts now. Which of the following is a disqualification for future engagement? Post your answer in the comment section. The answer is dismissal from engagement. Next question. Removal is not a binding. While the person who has been removed can be engaged thereafter in any government, this one, but not dismissal. While imposing the penalty of compulsory discharge from engagement on GDS, he or she be eligible for which among the following? SDBS, GDS gratuity proportionate to engagement period rendered. A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Under compulsory discharge from engagement, no benefits are eligible. Your time starts now. Post your answer in the comment section. The answer is both 1 and 2. That means SD for those for the penalty of compulsory discharge from engagement. That means compulsory retirement we call. Here it is GDS, so it is called as discharge. So compulsory discharge at that time SDBS and proportionate gratuity will also be given with all the monetary benefits up to the period that he has been engaged for. Next question. Normally, there is no need for conduct of an inquiry for imposing minor penalty to GDS. However, in case of request by the delinquent GDS for inquiry under minor penalty proceedings, who is the authority competent to decide on the same? A. Appellate authority. B. Reviewing authority. C. Inquiry authority. D. Disciplinary or engaging authority. Your time starts now. Conduct of inquiry. The answer is disciplinary authority or the engaging authority can decide to conduct inquiry if it is requested for by the GDS. Okay. Next question. Under Rule 9 of GDS Conduct Engagement Rules 2020, as a matter of minor penalty, is Sevak shall be debarred from appearing in recruitment examination for the post of MTS postman PSA for a period not exceeding how many years? 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Your time starts now. Under Rule 9 of GDS, under the minor penalty, debarring from appearing the recruitment exam. The answer is 3 years, up to a maximum not exceeding 3 years. Okay. Next question. Which among the following is not a recognized form of penalty under GDS Conduct and Engagement Rules 2020? Severe warning, withholding of exam result appeared by the Sevak, transfer to another post without request, all of the above. Your time starts now. Which of the following is not a recognized form of penalty under GDS Conduct Rules 2000, GDS Conduct and Engagement Rules 2020? The answer is all of the above. Severe warning, this is not a penalty. Withholding of examination result appeared by the Sevak is not a penalty. Transfer is not a penalty. Okay. Next question. Procedure for imposing a minor penalty and major penalty are specified in which rules of GDS Conduct Engagement Rules 2020? Rule 10A, 10B, 10B and 10A respectively, 9B and 9A respectively, 9A and 9B respectively. Your time starts now. Please post your answer in the comment section. Minor and major. The answer is 10A and 10B. 10A is minor penalty, 10B is major penalty. Next question. What is the minimum TRCA fixed for a ABPM or Dak Sevak under category 5 hours level 2? 10,000, 12,000, 9,000, 15,000. Your time starts now. Please post your answer in the comment section. The answer is 12,000. Minimum TRCA for ABPM or Dak Sevak for 5 hours level 2 is 12,000. Please post what is the level 1. Next question. What is the minimum TRCA fixed for BPM under category 4 hours and level 1? 10,000, 12,000, 9,000, 15,000. Your time starts now. Post your answer in the comment section. The answer is 12,000. Next question. In case the candidate applying for GDS post has not studied computer as a subject in 10th or any higher education level, he or she will be required to furnish basic computer training course certificate for at least how many days duration? 30 days, 45 days, 60 days, 90 days. Your time starts now. So whenever the GDS, whenever a candidate has applied for GDS post, basic computer training course certificate is necessary if he has not undergone a he has not studied computer as a subject in 10th or any education level. The answer is 60 days. 60 days of training is required. Training certificate is required. Next question. Which among the following is correct with regard to selection of GDS? Knowledge of cycling is prerequisite condition for all GDS posts. In case of having knowledge of riding a scooter or motorcycle, that may be considered as knowledge of cycling. Candidate has to submit a declaration to this effect. A. 1 is only correct. 1 and 2 are correct only. 1, 2, 3 are correct. None of the above are correct. Your time starts now. The answer is 1, 2, 3 are correct. Next. Appointment of ad hoc disciplinary authority or engaging authority in case of GDS as per Rule 5 of GDS Conduct and Engagement Rules 2020 is vested with President of India, head of the circle, head of the region, both B and C. Your time starts now. Appointment of ad hoc disciplinary engaging authority. Post your answer in the comment section. The answer is both B and C. That is, head of the circle or head of the region, they can appoint the ad hoc disciplinary authority. Next question. What is the minimum TRCA fixed for a BPM under category 5 hours level 2? 10,000, 12,000, 14,500, 15,000. Your time starts now. Level 2, 5 hours category of BPM. What is the TRCA? The answer is 14,500. Next question. Which among the following categories are exempted from payment of fee for applying on GDS posts? All female candidates, all SC/ST candidates, all PWD candidates, all of the above. Your time starts now. The answer is all of the above. Female SC/ST and PWD candidates, they are exempted from paying the fees while applying for GDS online engagement. What is the method of engagement of GDS as of January 22? Through offline engagement process, through employment exchange, through online engagement process, through open competitive examination. Your time starts now. The answer is the online, through online engagement, GDS online. Okay. Next question. A Gramin Dak Sevak engaged shall not be eligible for which among the following? GDS gratuity, pension, severance amount or SDBS, all of the above. Your time starts now. Not eligible. GDS is not eligible for which of the following? The answer is pension. He is eligible for GDS gratuity and severance or SDBS, but not for the pension. Next question. As per Rule 3C of GDS Conduct and Engagement Rules 2020, all categories of Gramin Dak Sevaks can avail of the voluntary discharge scheme on completion of 20 years of engagement period, on medical grounds, both A and B. No such a scheme for GDS. Your time starts now. Please post your answer in the comment section. The answer is both A and B. After completion of 20 years of engagement and even on medical grounds, they can go for a voluntary discharge scheme. How many years for voluntary discharge for a medical scheme can you tell? Please post that answer in the comment section. What is the minimum TRCA fixed for ABPM or Dak Sevak under category 4 hours level 1? 10,000, 12,000, 9,000, 15,000. Your time starts now. ABPM or Dak Sevak under level 1. The answer is 10,000. Okay. For level 2 it is 12,000. For BPM level 1 is 12,000 and Level 2 is 14,500. Next question. Gramin Dak Sevaks other than BPMs and working in departmental post offices, RMS post offices and other offices are designated and called Dak Sevak, Assistant Branch Postmasters, Additional BPM, GDS Stamp Vendor. Your time starts. Gramin Dak Sevaks other than the BPMs and working in departmental post offices and RMS, what are they called? The answer is Dak Sevak. They are called Dak Sevak. Gramin Dak Sevaks other than BPMs and working in branch offices are designated and called as Dak Sevak, Assistant Branch Postmasters, ABPMs, Additional BPM, GDS Stamp Vendor. Your time starts now. Please post your answer in the comment section. The answer is Assistant BPM, ABPM. Okay. Next question. Members of the family in relation to GDS includes 1. Wife, child or stepchild of such Sevak. 3. Widow and dependent daughter-in-law, son-in-law. A. 1 and 2 are only correct. B. 3 and 4 are only correct. C. 1, 2 and 3 are only correct. D. All of these are correct. Your time starts now. Family members, definition of the family for a GDS will include. The answer is 1, 2 and 3 are correct. Son-in-law is not there. Wife or child or stepchild of GDS of the GDS, and widow and dependent daughter-in-law is there. Next question. For engagement as GDS candidate should have studied the local language of the state at least up to 8th standard, 10th standard, 12th standard. No such a condition. Your time starts now. Local language. Telugu, English, Telugu, Hindi or whatever it is. Tamil. The answer is 10th standard. Up to 10th standard, you should have studied the local language. Compulsory. Next question. What is the maximum age for the purpose of engagement to GDS posts as on the date of notification of the vacancy? 40 years, 45 years, 50 years, 55 years. Your time starts now. The answer is 40 years. Next question. Persons belonging to EWS who are not covered under the scheme of reservations for SC, ST and OBC shall get what percentage of reservation in engagement to GDS posts? 3%, 5%, 10%. No reservation for EWS category for GDS selection. Your time starts now. Reservation. What is the reservation for EWS in GDS posts? The answer is candidate who is OBC and falling under the category of persons with disabilities is eligible for age relaxation for GDS posts up to 10 years, 3 years, 13 years, 5 years. Your time starts now. The answer is 13 years. Okay. The answer is 13 years. Next question. What is the maximum age up to which a person can continue as a Gramin Dak Sevak? 56, 60, 65, 68. Your time starts now. The answer is 65 years. Next question. In case of GDS, residence in post village or delivery jurisdiction of the post office within how many months after selection but before engagement shall be mandatory? 2 months, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. Your time starts now. Residence condition is there for selection of GDS. You should get it within 1 month after selection but before engagement. It is mandatory. You should reside in the post village or delivery jurisdiction within 1 month of the engagement after selection. Okay. Next question. After selection, before engagement. Relaxation in upper age limit in selection of GDS is subject to the condition that maximum age of the applicant on crucial date shall not exceed how many years? 55 years, 60 years, 56 years, 58 years. Your time starts now. There is upper age relaxation in selection of GDS, but there is upper age limit relaxation, but there is an upper age limit You have to observe. That is 56 years. There are different age relaxations. For SC/ST 5 years, OBC it is 3 years, EWS there is no relaxation, PWD 10 years for PWD plus OBC 13 years, and PWD plus SC/ST it is 15 years. But there is a condition that the overall relaxation in the upper age limit is subject to the condition that the maximum age of applicant on the crucial date shall not exceed should not exceed 56 years. Okay, this is important rule. Which among the following are true with regard to GDS conduct engagement rules? Earlier what I have told is because 18 years to 40 years is the minimum and maximum limit for engagement of GDS. In such a case, this age relaxation of 15 years for PWD plus SC/ST will be 15 years. So 40 years plus 15, it comes to 55. So it is given as 56 maximum age as on that date. So that is the crucial point. Which among the following are true with regard to GDS conduct engagement rules? 1. A Sevak shall not a Sevak shall have to give an undertaking that he has other sources of income besides the allowances paid. GDS shall be outside the civil service of union. GDS shall not undertake any job for income. GDS is eligible for bonus in par with the regular employees, on par with the regular employees. 1. A. 2 and 3 are correct, are only correct. B. 2 and 4 only. C. 1, 2 and 4 only. D. 1, 2 and 3 only. Your time starts now. Which of the following are true? Which of the following are correct? Please post your answer in the comment section. The answer is 1, 2 and 4 are correct. Third one is not correct. Why? Because GDS shall not undertake any job for income. He can undertake. Okay, he has to have provided for the adequate means of livelihood. Next question. What is the maximum limit for granting maternity leave to female GDS during the entire service in case of miscarriage including abortion? 30 days, 45 days, 90 days, 180 days. Your time starts now. Maximum limit for maternity leave in case of miscarriage including abortion. The answer is 45 days. Normally it is how many days? Please post your answer in the comment section. Which of the following statements are incorrect with reference to maternity leave to female GDS? 1. Maternity leave may be combined with paid leave. 2. Maternity leave shall be debited against the paid leave account. Maternity leave shall be granted to female GDS for a period of 180 days. Maternity leave shall be granted to female for a period of 45 days in case of miscarriage. A. 1 only is correct. Incorrect. B. 2 only is incorrect. C. 1 and 2 are only incorrect. D. None of these are incorrect. Your time starts now. Please post your answer in the comment section. The answer is 2 only is incorrect. Why? Because maternity leave shall be debited against a paid leave account it is given. It will not be debited. Maternity leave will not be debited against the paid leave. Apart from that, remaining are correct. Maternity leave can be combined with paid leave. It is correct. Maternity, it is 180 days. And in case of miscarriage, it is 45 days. Next question. For every half year without accumulation, the GDS may be granted paid leave at a rate of how many days? 15 days, 10 days, 8 days, 20 days. Your time starts now. For every half year without accumulation, how many paid leave will be granted? The answer is 10 days. 10 days every half year. So total it is 20 days and there won't be accumulation after a year. Next question. Work performed by BPM or ABPM for which among the following will not be included in calculation of TRCA. Counter operations using handheld device or smartphone. Procurement of savings bank business. Work performed for IPPP. All the above. Your time starts now. Which is not included in calculating the workload of TRCA. Workload or TRCA. The answer is IPPB work will not be calculated for TRCA. Why? Because it is an incentive based one. Next question. What is the maximum age limit prescribed for UR candidate to apply for GDS posts? 35 years, 40 years, 56 years, 60 years. Your time starts now. For UR candidate, the answer is 40 years. 18 to 40 years is the limit for application. Next question. How many years of age relaxation is provided for EWS candidate to apply for GDS posts? 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, no relaxation. Your time starts now. The answer is no relaxation for EWS. Okay. There will be no relaxation in the upper age limit to do EWS candidates. However, the persons belonging to EWS who are not covered under the scheme of reservations for SCSTs and OBCs shall get the 10% reservation in the engagement to GDS posts in the Department of Posts. Okay, that is there. Which of the following statements are correct with reference to GDS engagement rules? 1. Knowledge of cycling is prerequisite condition for all GDS posts. In case of candidate having knowledge of riding a scooter or motorcycle, that may be considered as knowledge of cycling. The candidate has to submit a declaration to this effect. The candidate should pass the cycle riding practical test. A. 1 only correct. B. 1, 2 and 4 are correct. C. 1, 2, 3 are correct. D. None of these is correct. Your time starts now. So the following statements are correct. The answer is 1, 2 and 3 are correct. Okay, knowledge of cycling is prerequisite, and motorcycle or riding of scooter or motorcycle is considered as knowledge of cycling, and he has to submit a declaration to the effect that he knows cycling. There is no such cycle riding practical test. Okay, so next question. Which of the following statements are incorrect with reference to the condition of adequate means of livelihood of GDS under GDS Engagement Rules 2020? This condition shall not apply, not be a prerequisite for candidates for the purpose of applying to the GDS post or selection thereto. The selected candidate should be required to comply with this prescribed condition within 60 days after selection, but before engagement. The GDS will also have to ensure that he or she is having adequate additional means of livelihood during the period of engagement till his discharge only. A. 1 only. 1 and 2 only. C. 1, 2 and 3 only. D. None of these. Your time starts now. Please post your answer in the comment section. I will give few more seconds. So that here it is 30 days, not 60. The answer is none of these. So all these are correct. Here the condition is that within 30 days it should be. Next question. Which of the following penalties is a major penalty under GDS Conduct and Engagement Rules 2020? Debarring of Sevak from appearing in recruitment examination for the post of MTS or postman or mail guard, or from being considered for recruitment as PS, SES for a period not exceeding 3 years. Compulsory discharge from engagement with monetary benefits. Debarring of Sevak from being considered for recruitment to multitasking staff on basis of selection cum seniority fit for a period not exceeding 3 years. Withholding of annual increase in TRCA without cumulative effect for a period not exceeding 3 years. Your time starts now. Which of the following is a major penalty? The answer is compulsory discharge from engagement with monetary benefits. Next question. Following penalties is a minor penalty under GDS Conduct and Engagement Rules 2020. Removal from engagement, compulsory discharge from engagement with monetary benefits, reduction to a lower stage in the TRCA slab for a specified period exceeding 3 years, withholding of annual increase in TRCA without cumulative effect for a period not exceeding 3 years. Your time starts now. Which of the following is a minor penalty? Post your answer in the comment section. The answer is withholding of annual increase on TRCA without cumulative effect for a period not exceeding 3 years. This is only the minor penalty. Remaining are removals, compulsory discharge, and lower stage exceeding 3 years is they are all major penalties. Thank you. Subscribe to Career Post for latest updates. For more marks and higher rankings, subscribe to Career Post. Thank you.